some red communist is going to go in, take over the government's going to take over business, and all of our free market capitalism is going to go away. What is the fine line that you think that you can walk in holding accountability, but allowing the free market to still produce the way it has been prior to the 8 years of debauchery?
I don't think that you need to walk a fine line. As long as you have safeguards, you have the right oversight, you have the right regulation in place, you can work and people can prosper. We can get the economy back on track and hold people accountable. That's what we need to be talking about. I mean, we talked about Quest a little bit. We talked about NM. When you're looking at rate cases, in the state of New Mexico, you need to make sure that they don't get 1 penny more than they deserve. And those are some of the concerns that I had and why I didn't support those rate increases, those rate hikes with the Public Service Company of Mexico. I'd invite you to visit with a couple people that were part of discussions when we were advocating for increasing the renewable portfolio standard in New Mexico, requiring more renewable energy generation to be generated right here, energy efficiency standards to hold them accountable, to make sure that we were going to support, a way for people to be able to save energy and not use as much energy and drive down the consumption from that point of view. Insurance companies, one of the cases from down south, El Paso Electric proposed to the commission that they wanted to release some stock, $25 million worth, and it was just for executive pay compensation. I brought a lot of attention to that, and I told them, this is ridiculous. How can you tell me that this is in the public interest? You recently came to the commission, you said that you were hurting, that you needed money, and now you're presenting a pay compensation package when you were asking for bailouts. That's not something that I can support. And I can tell you some of the concerns that I have, similar to what's happening in the housing market today and the crisis that we're seeing today, speculation coming from Wall Street. The same things happens with utility companies. You read from some of the analysts what some of the concerns that they have and how there's going to be pressure in some segments of the market and what it's going to do to the entities that are under a regulatory environment, and that if you don't help them immediately, that the sky is going to fall. Sometimes you need to ask the right questions, and you need to shed some light on things. Shedding light not only on some of these problems and the speculators is going to help solve our problems, but the sunlight's going to help get our economy back on track for more than one reason. When we talk about a strong energy economy, but a little sunlight shed on the messes that are being created and untruths that are not being told will do us a lot of good. And I mean, that's the experience that I take. It's going to be sitting in those committee hearings, holding these entities accountable, bringing those CEOs in, and not letting them off the hook. I don't know how many of you saw the hearings that took place before Congress when the oil and gas industry was showing record profits. And I think it's bad that we're not talking about that anymore. You need to remind the American public that this industry posted record profits, the most profitable quarter in our history. And we're not talking about that anymore. And they have some of the biggest tax breaks to date. And they told the members of Congress, well, it's our prerogative. It's our prerogative to do what we can. Don't tell us what to do. We're here to sit here and sometimes I think not answer the questions that they're being asked, but you need to hold them accountable. And you don't let loose till you do so. You need to be strong and you need to be firm and you need to take that courage. I mean, that's what it takes. Sometimes it takes a little guts. But like I said earlier, a little common sense takes you a long way. Common sense will guide you. You just have to ask the right questions and hold them accountable and build the right safeguards in there. That's something that I've done in the commission and something that I will do in Congress when I get elected.